Hello YouTube, back with another video. I just did a water change, a pretty big one actually, and gave these guys a really good feeding. They got lots of food floating around in their tank, and they're looking pretty healthy. Glory to God. Okay, so I want to do a product review on this thing. This is awesome. I've been using it for about 2 years now, and it's really beneficial. I use it for my discus, and it's Indian powder leaf. It's concentrated, and let's see if I can get the name right there. Green Water Farm. There you go. And this stuff is a big game changer because I don't like to put the actual Indian almond leaf inside or have to do the boiling and all that. So I went about it in this way to use it, and it's really cool. So let me show you how I do it. I usually get a bottle full of RO water, and when I do, this stuff stains your fingers, so be wary. That's the only thing. Sometimes I'm like, how did I even get it on my finger? What the hizzle? But it works. It's awesome. And what I do is I don't add it into the tank. I actually add it to, let me see if I can prop you guys up. I actually add it to there's Shay in their cage right now. I'm getting ready to go to school. Let's see if I can hook you guys up like this. So what I do is, it comes with the scooper. I usually do one scoop, trying to get it, not get it on my hands, so I'm not all red-handed when I go to school today. And I carefully drop it in. Voila. And then I throw it back in, because you don't want that scooper getting powder on anything else. I put the cap back on, and this is filled with RO water. And all I do is shake. You want to make sure your top is on, because if not, then you're gonna splash red everywhere. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, and let me show you the beauties. So they are doing pretty good right now. Lovely colors, very lovely. A lot of shaking still. I'm waiting for pairs so I can start taking these guys out. And I think there's been a couple of pairs. If you look at this guy, look how lovely. Nice and red. So I believe it's getting really close. Really close for them to get out and to be able to have some pairs. And so I'm just trying to keep a close eye to it. You can see all the tubifex worms floating about. I fill it up in this, and then afterwards they just go and nibble on it. Later tonight I shall do another water change, but as you can see, the water is pretty clear. The colors are definitely looking a lot more different from last time. This guy is starting to get his blues back and his reds. So it's amazing how water chemistry really plays a big factor. I'm really excited about this guy finding a mate and a couple of other ones in here. So when I mix this stuff up, you could do it as much as you want into the tank, but not. I've had people say that when they use a concentrate, they pour it straight into the tank and it causes a whole system meltdown. And I'm thinking these two are gonna pair up. If they do, that would be lovely. That'd be awesome. It's funny when you see them doing their pecking order still. And so these guys are dancing and doing all kinds of things. The colors are looking very vibrant. And this right here, Indian almond leaf, if I'm not mistaken, lowers the pH. Let me show a little bit of it going in. So what I usually do is I do a little bit of a pour and just let it disperse. And as it disperses, it will mix in very well. And they'll start to get their colors. As you can see, my hand is turning all red. Let me get a rag. But yeah, as you can see, it's starting to turn. The color is starting to turn, and I'll judge it upon what color it turns. And after it turns the color I'm liking, then I'll just pause off on it. Sometimes I do a little too much, and they're still okay. It's always best to pre-mix this and then pour in. You can see all the tubifix up there. That stuff is gonna be gone, so they're gonna have a good feeding all day. And by tonight, I should be able to do a water change. And that is the plan and the goal. But yeah, as you can see, I could do a little bit more. And like I said, this doesn't affect anything as far as in the water chemistry, just in lowering the pH. Sometimes I usually add salts into the tank, but I ran out of aquarium salt, and then I got that little the mineralizing ball right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. If that discus moves his butt cheeks out the way. Come on, buddy. And so right there, that little ball that I'm filming, that remineralizes some of the stuff in here. And so you wait a couple of seconds, let it disperse, and once it disperses, you'll get your color of your liking. And once you do, you just cap your bottle and use it at a later time, and that will allow you to continuously keep using this. I never had a problem with anything extra of them getting sick or anything like that. I also add fulvic acid. And so this is Amazon Gold. This stuff is awesome. I usually stock up big stocks when I purchase from this site, Sheller Aquatics. This guy's really awesome. I get my foods and all that when I can from them. Lately, after starting school, it's been kind of hard, so I haven't been able to really do that. But yeah, this is just a quick little product review and show how I use this. I get from that same site. So that powder, let me start with that since I'm doing a product review on that. That powder, I get it off of Amazon, and so it's very accessible. You can grab it. And then the fulvic acid in the food, like the tubifix worms, to the another one that I use from them is it's called chlorella green. I also sometimes get the beef hearts. So let me show you. So this is the tubifix. It comes in cubes. And then I get the chlorella green, if I could grab it. And this stuff is awesome, and everything's freeze dried, right? And it comes with so much in it. Look at all that ingredients. It tells you the percentage of the protein and the fat. Sheller Aquatics, guys. It's worth getting the actual thing. Excuse the mess. It's so busy lately with school, but yeah. So these guys are starting to really pop. And so the only thing that I would recommend is if you want to see colors out of your fish, the best thing to do is, as you can see, this guy, the reds dissipated because of the Indian almond leaf. You don't really see it as much in video, but it's still visible. It has a darker tone to it, and it gives everything more of a red tone. And that's the only dislike that I would have about it. But other than that, the rest of it is pretty cool. There's times where I don't add it just so I could enjoy their colors, because the colors are very lovely when I don't add it. But I usually add it to lower the pH. And lowering the pH is pretty good for when you're trying to get some breeding going and when they lay their eggs, from my understanding. So It's a quick little hack. But yeah, hope everyone's having a very blessed day. God bless everybody, and may today be full of blessings for you guys, or the full week whenever you do see this video. And remember, you got the heavenly family rooting for you and your fishes. As you can see, they're all shaking. I can't wait for some breeding action, but I'm hoping to start seeing some pairs. And once I start seeing that aggressiveness where they're pushing people away, the other fishes away from their actual corner, then that's when I'll start separating. I already got 2 tanks set up for pairs, and whoever doesn't pair up will be moved back into the main 90 gallon. And yeah, awesome footage. They still got some food in that bell system, and so the way they eat is they'll go around, eat up a worm, and then they'll relax. And once the temperature gets a little bit hotter, right now it's at 77 from the water change, it drops from 70, and then I notice by the time I get home, everything is just about gone, and there are all little fatties just up front. But yeah, they're lovely discus. There we are. What's up, buddy? He loves coming up front, just checking me out. Wiggle, wiggle. But yeah, all the dancing's pretty cute. So the dancing is showing signs that they're ready. TDS right now is at 55, 56. Let's see if I have my meter in here. I actually do. So my meter, let's see what it's reading after putting that in there. And with the food floating around, let's see what it's going to read. So the meter, still reading about 50 in the 50s, bouncing here and there. Going up to the 60s, 63. So the TDS just went up just slightly. It was like 56-ish, so it went up a few points. And then with the salt, when you add salt, it will go up a little bit too. So, and what's interesting is with this plant hanging out, you can see all the roots. It takes out all the bad stuff that and it soaks up nutrients and all kinds of things like that. So yeah, peace and love, guys. Just wanted to do a quick little video and show what I add to the water in my chemistry and how these guys are doing right now during the feeding and whatnot. But full bellies, happy fish, happy life. Check it out. Laters, guys.